We talked about how the rule of two wasn't really about strength in the Force, but about intelligence, about producing Sith who were more cunning than powerful. But today, I want to dive into something that turns that whole idea upside down. Because what if I told you the true heir of the Sith Order wasn't Darth Bane or Plagueis or even Sidious, but Darth Krayt? Yeah, the same Darth Krayt who founded the Rule of One and got mocked by the spirits of Bane, Nihilus, and Endedu in the Legacy comics. They called him a pretender, a fraud, said he'd abandoned everything the Sith stood for. But the truth, they were wrong. Krayt was more Sith than all of them combined. Here's why. Unlike most Dark Lords who inherited centuries of distorted Sith dogma, Krayt had a direct line to the ancient roots of the Order. Before he became Darth Krayt, he was Ashard Het, a Jedi Master who fell to the dark side, and during his exile, he was trained by Sosong, one of the original founders of the Sith Order itself. That means Krayt didn't learn the Sith ways through corrupted interpretations or rewritten doctrines. He learned the original code and philosophy straight from the source. So when he created the Rule of One, he wasn't defying Bane's legacy. He was correcting it. Bane's Rule of Two was built on endless cycles of betrayal. One master, one apprentice, a chain that kept breaking every generation. Krayt saw that for what it was: inefficient, self-destructive, outdated. He realized that the Sith didn't need to devour each other to survive. They needed unity. They needed direction. They needed one purpose. So he built his empire on the idea that there would be one Dark Lord himself and many Sith working together to serve the will of the One, not out of fear, but out of loyalty to a single vision. And if you think about it, that's actually closer to the original Sith ideology, because the ancient Sith weren't just duelists or schemers. They were conquerors, nation builders, philosophers of domination and order. Krayt brought that back. He took the Sith beyond petty rivalries and made them an empire again, unified under the true spirit of the Sith code. But to Krayt, victory wasn't just personal, it was collective. It was the rise of an entire order under one will. So when Bane, Nihilus, and Endedu mocked him from beyond the grave, they weren't guardians of truth. They were relics of a broken system that Krayt had already evolved past. He wasn't a pretender. He was the next stage. The Rule of Two produced cunning Sith, but the Rule of One produced a civilization of Sith. And that's something even Bane never accomplished, because Bane's Sith sought power through conflict. Krayt's Sith sought power through purpose. And if you really think about it, that's what the original Dark Lords wanted all along.